Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So I have something here new and exciting. I've been dealing with my Sena on my helmet. Also used GoPros a lot, and I'm tired of GoPros. I'm tired of the problems, and I've watched a lot of videos, and ended up making the choice to go ahead and purchase a DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. Now, DJ is not sponsoring this video at all. I paid for this with my own money. So this is going to be an honest review. I'm going to actually just unbox this in this video, show you a couple things, and then I'm going to actually put it on my helmet and start doing some of my Motovlogs and stuff. I'll show you the setup on it that I'm doing. It's actually got some stuff with it, and so you can buy just the camera for like $349, so it's a really good deal for this camera. And I've watched so many videos to learn what I wanted, and definitely this has got to be the best action cam right now that's out there. So we're going to go ahead and unbox this thing, see what comes in the box, and check it out. So first off, we need to remove this plastic off the outside of it. Get this off. And I have reviewed DJI drones. I do have a DJI drone that I use once in a while, but I've never had a DJI action camera. And as I said, I'm just sick of GoPros and the problems, and it's time to move on to something bigger and better. So we will open this up. In here looks like we have two boxes. And then down inside here looks like the selfie stick that it comes with it in this creator combo. Pull this off. So cool to have a extendable selfie stick, and it's just a super lightweight one too. No weight hardly there at all. Ought to be great for what I need. It says DJI Action on it. Okay, so in these boxes here, this is going to be the camera itself, looks like. So here we have the camera, and we have the case that goes over it. So I've never had one, but I've learned quite a bit by just watching some videos and trying to do all the reading and watching and learning that I can do about it. This thing is super small. It's crazy how small this is. It's smaller than a GoPro for sure. So we peel this thing here off. Protective cover over the lens. But look at that. Super good looking, super compact. It's crazy how small this is. On this side, we have a door. It says push and release, and that is our USB. So we can plug this into the computer, take the videos off of it. That way. Over here is our power and our quick select button. On this side right here, we have the record button. Push it to start recording. And then over here we have the door. Same thing, go that way, I guess. Open it up, and there's where our battery goes, and then our micro SD card will go right there. Now this thing is really cool. One cool feature about this is it does have 47 gigabyte of internal storage. So if I didn't have an SD card, or my SD card goes bad, which I have had bad SD cards, I can actually switch over and use the 47 gigabyte, which is a lot. Most days when I do a lot of recording, I'll use 37 gigabyte, 40 gigabyte. So it'd be close, but that could do a lot of recording just on the 47 gigabyte, especially if you're recording in 1080p. Over here, we have the case. I forget how it opens here. We have the case. So it looks like we have a couple of the bolts. A couple of them. And then in here we have a mount. I kind of just compact this all together so it'd take up less room in all their packaging. It is really packaged good, no doubt about that. So here we have the Osmo mount. This is like a helmet mount. You can see how that's curved. So if you can put this on the helmet, something curved, that's what that's for. And we have some spacers. These are, some people I guess complained that they couldn't tighten them, some of them down. Most people say they never have a problem, but if you do, you can take these out and put them in here, and when you tighten it, it takes up the slack, makes it fit tighter. Okay, so this case, see how that, it don't actually just open totally up, it just expands when you flip that lever. And then you take the thing right here, match up the record buttons, and it should just slide right down in there. After you get it slid in there, pull that and lock it. Now it's got a protective case. And the cool part about this protective case is it also makes where you can mount this thing vertically like that, horizontal like that. So you can mount it either way. And that's what this is. This is our, they call this magnetic mount, but this thing is really not, magnet is not what's holding it. It kind of helps line it up and put it into position so you can snap it on, but the magnet doesn't actually hold this on. But the way you do this is you want that DJI right there. You want it facing the front of the camera, and just like that. So if you kind of push it on one side, snap it down, just like that. And that's for horizontal. Now, if you was going to use this, if you're going to do some videos for Reels or something like that, or Instagram, then you can mount it like this, click it on, and there you got the vertical mount. Pretty cool. Comes with that mount. Let's see what's in this box. Then here we have another mount like this. We have our USB-C to USB-C charging cable, or cable to connect to the computer to take the videos off. That will actually plug right into my MacBook Pro. We have probably a little booklet. And here we have the battery charger. Like that. And then open this up and we have our 3 batteries. Now these batteries are bigger than, I believe the other ones on the 4 was 1770. These are 1950 milliamp hour. And what this does when you open that up, it shows you the state of charge. So none of these are actually full charge right now. They'll still work, but they're just not full charge. So you can just pull them out like so, put them in the camera, plug in your USB-C cable right here, plug it into something USB-C. You could actually use also a USB to USB-C cable. Probably wouldn't charge as fast, but you can use one of those. Snaps down just like that. Really cool to have this 3 batteries. So you get 3 batteries with this combo. You get 3 batteries, you get this selfie stick, you get 2 of these mounts instead of 1, 2 of these bolts to bolt it on. So you get a few different things when you buy the combination kit. Now, over here we have the power button. It's got a little sticker on it, on the case too. So basically, when you get the case on, it's not 100% protection, but it does keep it from dropping. It will give it some protection, and you still have your record button and your power and your quick select button right there. So to do anything like take your SD card out or anything like that, you're going to have to take this cover off. But actually, just to plug this in, you can leave that on and plug it in the USB-C right there. So it's pretty cool. They opened this end up where you can do that. We're going to take this out because we need to put a battery in it and an SD card. I believe this thing will take up to a 1 terabyte SD card, micro SD card. Okay, so to put the SD card in, we're going to open this up. I do have a 512 gigabyte. I don't have a 1 terabyte, but this will be, I'm sure, world's plenty. Push it until it clicks. Then we have our battery, which is not fully charged, but I will charge them tonight. Stick our battery in here, close that door, And you can see right here, there's a red line. Hopefully you can see that. When you close this, if you still see that red, that means you don't have that door closed good. So you want to make sure that when you close, it's fully closed and you don't see no red. It's even the same way over here. You see the 2 red dots. If you can still see the 2 red dots, you don't have that door fully closed. Make sure it's closed all the way. Otherwise, you will not be waterproof. Okay, so as far as updating this, we need to check it for updates. And you connect it to your cell phone. I have an iPhone. And download the DJI Mimu app. And to do that, I would have to use my camera. My iPhone is what I'm recording with right now, so I can't show you that, but I will go ahead and update this thing and get it ready. The first thing it's going to want to do when I power this on probably is check for an update. So I'll do that, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I got the update done, the firmware update. It actually says right here, updated. Swipe left to right to change shooting mode. It's giving me tips of what each thing does. Tap to change shooting mode. Tap to preview photos and videos. Just tells you what each one of these little icons on here is. As you can see on here on the display, these are OLED displays too, front and rear, and they both do the same thing. So right now we're on the rear display. We want the front to work, slide up, and now we can actually do everything on the front display that we can do on the rear display. We can go into everything right there. We go back to the rear display, just swipe up, and when we do that, we switch back to this display so we can control everything from here. So pretty much what we have is our battery indicator up here, and it just shows the little indicator right here. And if we tap it, it actually shows the percentage, shows 45% on this battery. The digital zoom is right here. Tap and hold, and you can see it just goes from 1 to 2. That's all we got. Down here, we want to change our recording settings. We're on video right now. So here's where we can do that. Gives us the tips here the first time. Right now it's on 1080p 30. We can do 2K 16:9, 2K 4.3, 4K 16:9, 4K 4.3. And then each one of these, then we have our frames per second, FPS, 30. So we have 24, 25, 30, 48, 50, 60, 100, and 120. That's in 4K. If we go back to 1080p, we can go on up to 240 frames per second. So if you want to do real slow-mo, you can go to that 1080p 240 frames per second. And over here is where we change the wide. So we have wide, standard, de-warp, which is more just a standard. It's not going to be near the field of view. Then we got wide, and then we got ultra wide, which ultra wide kind of really makes it where it might be a little fish-eyed on the sides. I think what I'll use mostly is wide. And over here we have our image stabilization. We have off, then rock steady, and rock steady plus. And I think the best setting for this is going to be rock steady. Go back. And I do want to probably put this on 4K 16:9, 60 frames per second. That's probably mostly what I will use. 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second. So go back out of that, swipe down. Just that simple. If we have any videos recorded on here, we can push this little play button right here, and it will show us anything on here. No files on the SD card. For the shooting modes, we can push that button right down there, little camera icon. We can go to photo, video, super night, subject tracking, slow motion, and then time lapse. And it don't take long. If you don't respond here, it's going to go back to the main screen. We put it back on video. If we want to start recording or take a picture if we was in photo, then we just push this record button right on top. And now we're recording. To stop recording, do the same thing. It means it saved that video. So now when we go into this play right here, it's going to have that video that we just made right inside here. And you can see it playing. And you can actually scrub too. You can take this, slide it back and forth, and scrub along to go faster through that video to check it out. If we click on these 4 little dots right up here, then it will show us a grid view of all the videos, which we only have 1 right now. And while we're in here, if we push this button, select that video, then we can actually add it to our favorites to save it, or we can hit delete, and now that video is gone. So there's also additional settings. If we go right in here, it shows us, click on this Pro, and there's all kinds of adjustments in here to do. And I will get more into that in another video when I learn more about this stuff. For now, I won't mess with any of that. This is basically just my unboxing video, and I'll show you a little bit about it. So as far as the front here, right here where our lens is, it does have this rubber ring on here. It's kind of a protection. And then this lens is threaded on. It's removable. And then you can add a wide angle lens. Some more lenses that they'll probably come up with in the future for it. I don't really care to have any of those for what I do. We'll put this rubber ring back on there that protects that. So if you notice this battery charger here, I took the USB cable and I plugged it in this little power pack here. This is a PowerNess power pack, and it's just one that I use because it's handy. I can throw it in stuff. It's also a light, of course. I got it right now just plugged into that, charging while I'm sitting here. But there it is, guys. That's the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. So I will be making more videos of this. I will make some videos of riding in different scenarios. Also connecting wireless mic minis to this and using it and showing a good helmet setup that I'm going to be using. So it should make my videos in the future a lot better. Thank you all for watching. This is the Action 5 and everything that you get in it. I will be posting a link down below where you can check one of these out, pick one up, because I believe right now if you want an action camera, this is the best on the market. So thank you all for watching Woodsman Adventures. Click the thumbs up, subscribe down below, and we'll catch you all in the next video. Right on.